rolling on the road to holding dead rats in the mouth. There have been dramatic protests in both Karnataka and Tamil Nadu over the decades-old Cauvery water-sharing dispute. While Bandh after Bandh has brought life to a standstill in cities like Bengaluru, what does this unending fight mean for both states?
The decades-old water dispute between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu has once again resurfaced, with two southern states locking horns over sharing of water from river Cauvery. This time around, with the failure of monsoon in Karnataka resulting in deficit rainfall, the farmers of the Karnataka state have urged the state government not to release Cauvery water to the southern state of Tamil Nadu. We are here in Mandya to bring you the ground report of the situation faced by the Karnataka farmers, especially in the Mandya-Mysore region, and the water crisis and the legal battle that has erupted between the two states of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu.
In 2018, the Supreme Court verdict on Cauvery water sharing dispute between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu gave clarity on sharing the water between all the riparian states and the mechanism for it. The court assessed that 740,000 million cubic feet of water would be available in the Cauvery basin in a normal year. 284.75 thousand million cubic feet was allocated to Karnataka and 404.25 thousand million cubic feet was given to Tamil Nadu, of which Karnataka is supposed to release 177.25 thousand million cubic feet. Kerala was allocated 30,000 million cubic feet, while Puducherry got 7,000 million cubic feet. Separately, 10,000 million cubic feet has been set aside for environmental protection and 4,000 million cubic feet for escapages into the sea. The bone of contention is 123.14 thousand million cubic feet of water, which Karnataka has to release between June and September, which is the southwest monsoon season. It's during this period that the Cauvery water war begins, as the southwest monsoon is often unpredictable and erratic. This year, the Cauvery catchment area in Karnataka has suffered a 53% rainfall deficit. The storage levels in 4 dams across Cauvery River in Karnataka is at a record low. The dams have around 53,000 million cubic feet of water, but the state needs around 33 to meet the drinking water needs of Bengaluru, Mysuru and other towns. Tamil Nadu has been asking for 12,500 cusecs of water every day, which is 20,000 million cubic feet for the 18 days period. Karnataka argues that this would empty out the reservoirs completely, and drinking water needs of more than 1 crore people till next monsoon should be prioritized over standing crops in Tamil Nadu.
The Krishnaraja Sagara Dam, popularly known as the KRS Dam, is built over river Cauvery. Now, the KRS Dam is one of the major source of drinking water for Bengaluru city and its neighboring cities as well. It is also a major source of irrigation for the farmers of Mandya and Mysuru region. The very same water is also released to the neighboring state of Tamil Nadu. If we break down the numbers, at present, the storage level is at 20,000 million cubic feet, 20 TMC, which is at a precariously lower level, not sufficient enough to fulfill the drinking water requirements of the people in Bengaluru, and also unable to fulfill the water requirements for irrigation for the farmers in the Mandya and Mysuru region. Now, the recent directive by the Cauvery Water Management Authority has directed and ordered the Karnataka state government to release 5,000 cusecs of water every single day for the next 15 days. Karnataka state will only have 88 TMC of water, which is not quite sufficient enough in order to fulfill the drinking water facilities as well as the irrigation water requirements for the people of Mandya and Mysuru. So that is the reason why we are getting to see a massive protest in the Mysuru and Mandya region by the farmers of this particular Cauvery belt in the state of Karnataka.
Today the storage level is 97 feet and the water available for usage is 11 TMC excluding dead storage. Forget demand for irrigation, there is no water for drinking. If this continues, there will be no water in KRS Dam. If it rains, then the situation will be normal. If it doesn't, this region will witness a never seen before drought situation.
Farmers in Karnataka's sugar belt Mandya have had a bitter experience this year. Parameshwara, a farmer from Pandavpura, has spent more than 1 lakh to grow sugarcane in his 3-acre field. But with rainfall failing and the government not releasing sufficient water to irrigation canals, he is a mute spectator, even as his sugarcane crop is drying up. Farmers like him are getting pushed into a debt trap. Sugar factories in Mandya and Mysuru, which would be busy crushing sugarcane by this time of the year, have limited supply now. 15 taluks in Karnataka's Cauvery basin have been declared drought hit by the government.
How many acres of sugarcane have you grown here?
3 to 3.5 acres.
When did you start growing sugarcane?
In the month of September last year.
You have left off the crop now?
Now there is a water crisis. I'll cut it off next month.
How much have you invested for this?
1.2 lakhs.
Are you hopeful that the government will release water for irrigation of the field?
I don't have any confidence in the government. I rely on water from rainfall.
Is the government compensating for the loss?
There is no compensation from the government. We hadn't faced such a situation in the past 5 years.
Farmers in the Cauvery basin are disappointed with the Supreme Court for not sending a team to assess the situation in the region. They also blame the state government for not presenting a strong enough case before the apex court.
First, I would like to make it clear that the people of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu are like brothers. We want to share Cauvery water. But now we are in a crisis and they are using different type of instruments and taking water. We oppose this. We don't give it a second thought if we have water. The water you see here has been released here now and we have to maintain it till May. Then the crops will be saved and we need at least 45 TMC water here. Bengaluru, Mysuru need at least 20 TMC water for drinking purposes. Farmers have already lost their life in such a situation. Demanding water infuriates me. Tamil Nadu is showing its terrorism through legal means and taking water. The state government has failed to present the case of the state before the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court must come and see the ground reality and understand.
The crisis is forcing farmers and the government to look at solutions and alternatives. Some of them need political will, while others need change in thinking.
It is very difficult to grow sugarcane and millet in a cold agriculture region. One can grow paddy. In Piriyapatna, they grow tobacco. We can't grow that here. In North Karnataka, farmers grow cotton on black soil. We can't grow that here. In Ooty, one cannot grow coconut. We can only grow crops which we have stick on to. In Mandya, we mainly grow 3 crops: sugarcane, finger millet and paddy. Paddy can be grown where there is more moisture, and sugarcane and finger millet can be grown where land can dry quickly. We can't grow whatever they say. Those who cultivate the land know what to grow. We only grow sugarcane, finger millet and paddy. That's it. Nowadays, few are growing areca nut.
The Himavati, KRS, VC, MI, all these teams need to collaborate with the agriculture department, the horticulture department, other departments. So then we come up with a campaign to say, because of climate changes and water not being available, these are the crops in this region is something that you will have to consider. Otherwise, you will be under loss. So who's going to take up that level of meticulous planning and execution? The government needs to take that up.
Another solution that could possibly save water in a surplus year and help during distress is to build a balancing reservoir at Mekadatu in Karnataka, which can store more than 60,000 million cubic feet of water. But it's a political hot potato in both the states and needs political will on both sides of the border to reach a consensus and then execute it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely do feel that Mekadatu project is going to solve a lot of problems both for us as well as Tamil Nadu, and the Supreme Court order, we can actually go ahead and obey those orders.
Experts point out that even the Supreme Court has allowed for construction of 2 more dams in both states to save water in a surplus year, and projects like these can save the day during droughts.
Not only Mekedatu, there could be one or two more, because in the common reach there is about nearly 50-60 kilometers length. Cauvery flows as a border between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. Tribunal has said 3-4 hydroelectric projects could be built up. Our Mekedatu project is one such. We can build one more. Tamil Nadu also can build two more. They can even go for run-of-the-river schemes so that more power is generated, no storage of water, and that will be regulated. And when Mekedatu comes, definitely we will be releasing monthly releases as prescribed for us from Mekedatu, and that will be satisfactory for everyone.
Tamil Nadu has only 2 dams across the Cauvery, Mettur and Bhavani, both fed by southwest monsoon. Water resources experts point out that Tamil Nadu doesn't have enough storage to save the water received from northeast monsoon, and ridicule the argument that Tamil Nadu's topography doesn't allow construction of dams.
While this remains the case in the state of Karnataka, the situation across the border is no better.
Welcome back. One river, 2 states, endless conflict. That pretty much sums up the tug of water over Cauvery between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka for over a century. Now we've heard Karnataka's side of the story. Let's take a look at the plight of farmers from Tamil Nadu.
Maria Raj is devastated. September is ending, but he is still waiting for irrigation water for his samba or second season of paddy cultivation. Water shortage could damage his crops, and that will mean he will be unable to repay his loans this year. The 62-year-old farmer says his land is as dry as his dreams.
If there is no water, it affects the farmers' community. There is no water. We plough the land, but it's infertile due to water scarcity. Come and see my land, it's completely dry. What can I do? There is no one to help us.
This is one among the many agricultural lands in Thiruvarur district that continues to remain infertile. In fact, of the 3.5 lakh hectares of agricultural land in Thiruvarur, almost 50% of the land continues to remain dry. One, of course, is because not getting water from Karnataka, and also the other reason is failed monsoon, which is why people like Maria Raj, who own 3 acres of land in Thiruvarur, have seen the harvest in January. After that, they've not seen a harvest. And the squabble with Karnataka over river sharing has left many in agricultural distress and leaving behind a significant debt.
I had to sell jewelry and then approach the lender and got loans worth 15 and 20,000 rupees. I don't have money to repay loans. My son is an AC mechanic. He gets work sometimes and sometimes he's free.
We have 1 acre farm. Even for this, we get loans. I get loans to pay for my children's education. We are not able to repay these loans. They say that we are just ending up getting loans and there are no returns. Children decided to choose other career options, but unfortunately, they are not able to get jobs.
The situation is dire across the 7-district Delta region. The second season of paddy cultivation typically begins in mid-August and the harvest is in January. 45-year-old Aragaraj was all set. He raised the nursery, ploughed the land, but since the water was not released in June as per the routine schedule, the land was not able to hold a strong crop this year.
Even if Karnataka releases 5,000 cusecs of water as per the tribunal's order, it will not be enough because this has to be shared among the Delta districts. So we will get 500 cusecs and this won't even reach our agricultural lands. This is our plight. We are getting loans per acre. I got a loan for rupees 1.5 lakhs, but the interest rate is around 7%. We have to repay this loan within 8 months. Since we don't get water, we are not able to sow seeds. Since there is no yield, we are not able to repay. I have to pay rupees 2 lakhs including the interest, which is double the loan rate.
The Cauvery River, the irrigation lifeline for Tamil Nadu's delta, one of the largest rice bowls in Asia, is almost close to running dry. In fact, with groundwater going beyond reach every year, farmers say that this year could well be a difficult one in terms of harvest. What farmers look towards is political solution so that they could get larger share of water from neighbor Karnataka.
With Karnataka refusing to release water to Tamil Nadu, farmers across the Delta region intensified protests. The protesting farmers put dead rats in their mouths, staged rail rocos, and demanded that the neighbouring state release water. The protesting farmers claimed that Cauvery, the summer crop, was wilting in lakhs of acres and samba cultivation could not begin this time due to unavailability of water in Mettur Dam.
We are hoping that water would be released on the 12th and farmers plowed the Cauvery crop. Of the 3.5 lakh hectare, 1 lakh withered away. If there is water scarcity, the 3.5 lakh crops will get destroyed. The 15 lakh acres of samba crop should have been cultivated by August 15th. But because of water unavailability, we are yet to plow seeds.
எனவே முற்றிலும் விவசாயிகள் இழப்பை சந்திக்கிற பேராபத்து ஏற்பட்டிருக்கிறது. சம்பா சாகுபடி 15 லட்சம் ஏக்கரில் ஆகஸ்ட் 15ஆம் தேதியே துவங்கியிருக்க வேண்டும் சாகுபடியை. ஆனால் தண்ணீர் இல்லாததால் இதுவரையிலும் சம்பா சாகுபடியை துவங்க முடியவில்லை. அக்டோபர் 20இல்
The depleting water levels of the Mettur Dam is another cause of worry for these farmers. The dam, which is the lifeline of the Cauvery Delta region, has less than 40 feet of water vis-à-vis the full capacity of 120 feet last year during the same period.
On June 12th, the state government opened the Mettur Dam. Really, if the they will open the Mettur Dam, they must release 18,000 to 20,000 cubic water. Then only it will reach the tail end. Now, more than today, 97 days over. June 12th opened, June, July, August, September. 97 days over. So far, we have not reached a single drop of water in Cauvery in Trichy district.
We rely on water for our livelihood. We will stop getting water from Mettur Dam in 4 days. For us to get paddy yields, we need water continuously for 30 days. How can we get a harvest if there is no water? If we incur losses this time, we won't be able to harvest next season.
While many argue that Tamil Nadu farmers are reluctant to shift away from water-intensive crops, farmers in the Delta region say they tried cultivating other crops but did not get good returns.
If the market is available for all the products of the agricultural, then the agriculture should convert their agriculture, their farming profession to sugar cane, onion and some other etc. things, beetroot and vegetables and other things. But there is no procurement, direct procurement by the government for the farmers except paddy things. So they are all the livelihood of the farmers are only depending upon the paddy. Moreover, the Tanjavur district is the Cauvery Delta Basin, which is called as a granary of South India. The soil, the nature of the soil, as well as the availability of water for the traditional. This is not the decade. This is not the question of decade. It's a question of centuries. For the centuries, even Karigaran, he built a Karigaran Kalani Dam. Therefore, the paddy procurement, paddy production is the child of the soil.
The farmers are angry. They want the Tamil Nadu government to fight for their rights. And with politics over the Cauvery issue escalating, they urge the state government to convene an all-party meeting and apply pressure on the Congress-ruled neighbouring state.
It is very essential. Why Tamil Nadu is reluctant? Why Tamil Nadu is hesitating? While Karnataka is convening an all-party meeting, and even though the Chief Minister belongs to Congress, he wrote a letter to Prime Minister to give you time to meet you. And he is ready to take all the parties to Delhi. Tamil Nadu government, even if they are failed to get their claim the right, they are approaching the Supreme Court in the month of August for the share of June. This is a reluctance and the hesitation on the point of Tamil Nadu is gives pain and suffering for Tamil Nadu farmers, whereas Karnataka is advanced. They are in advance in their attempts.
Tamil Nadu's Delta region encompasses 14.7 lakh hectares of farmland across 7 central districts. Agricultural fields have remained mostly uncultivated this year between June and September, which is when farmers usually witness high yields. Experts say 2023 is going to be a bleak year for farmers.
The current situation in the Cauvery Delta is actually extremely worrying. The reason is that the water that should have come by now to raise the Cauvery crop, to help the standing crops, Cauvery crops, that water did not come. So in many parts the Cauvery crop is drying up, and those who have access to groundwater irrigation, they survive. A majority who do not have access to groundwater irrigation, their crops are in a very dangerous position, particularly in the tail-end region where water is not flowing. Okay. Now the key issue is, you might ask, why is this problem this year? This year it is a problem because it's a deficit year. It's a deficit because it's already kind of a low rainfall, deficit rainfall. The normal year, what the rainfall you get during the normal year is not there, and therefore Karnataka is not releasing that much water. So water that is released at the moment is arbitrary. I will release 3,000 cusecs, I will release 5,000 cusecs, I will do it for 10 days or 15 days, but that should not be the idea, you see. After all, farmers from both states should survive.
Extensive studies and surveys have shown that 70% of the Delta region is made of plastic clay and cultivation of other crops is impossible. Precisely why the state's Delta region is called the granary of South India.
Since the clay soil, the water stagnates. Water will not percolate, it will stay forever. So other crops will not survive. So that is the main reason why farmers are inhibited, and they cannot shift the crop pattern from paddy to any other crop.
Adding to the concerns, experts say that groundwater depletion is another alarming factor.
Farmers from Tamil Nadu say their patience is waning. The Cauvery water sharing dispute has been going for too long that they want a full and final settlement of the conflict. In fact, this issue is getting bigger, closer to an election year. And the big question is, will the political parties be able to resolve this issue this time? Only time will tell. With Akshara in Bengaluru and Saravnan in Chennai, this is Purnima Murli.